Restoring Valor is a charitable foundation. It's a 501c3 that's tax exempt, and we created it to focus my company's give back to the military community and their spouses and their families. It's inspired by my father. My father, Bruce Thomas, he was in country for 2 years in Vietnam, 1968-69, proposed to my mother from a bunker, believe it or not, on reel-to-reel tape as he was being shelled, and you could hear it in the background. Like so many other aspects of my life, he inspired me to do something good and to give back to military veterans. We just happen to be a company that restores personal property. Some of these effects, some of this memorabilia that people have are the most precious things they own. We want to help restore those items. We want to bring luster back to these items. We want to bring them back as close as we can to the way they originally were when they were first created. We're doing a few things, the first of which involve going back to the cemetery where my father's buried. He's buried in the military section of the cemetery, and many other veterans and their spouses are there as well. I used to go and clean my father's grave a couple of times a year. Personally, my brothers and I, we would go, and I just decided as part of the Restoring Valor project, we could take a group of people over to the military section at Glen Eden, and we could shine up headstones, and we could place flowers and remove overgrown sod. Started with my father and me wanting to restore his personal military memorabilia and effects that my brothers and we cherish that stuff. His dog tags, his fatigues, his helmet, his Purple Heart medal, among others. We cleaned them up. So we're a restoration company. We clean personal property for a living. So we shined up his dog tags and his Purple Heart and cleaned up his fatigues and his helmet and created a shadow box for it. And I thought, why couldn't we do this for other vets? My brothers and we really place a lot of value on his stuff. I'm sure there's families all over the place who have memorabilia like this that is close to their heart. So we approached the VFW post. And one of the more memorable moments was walking in and showing them my father's stuff and listening to all of them talk amongst themselves about, oh, wow, well, we have a lot of things in our archive. And when I heard archive, I didn't know what to think, but I walked back and, oh my goodness, they had stuff that went all the way back to World War I, medals, newspaper articles, photographs, artillery shells, the Navy Cross in there. They had so many cool things, and these things have to be treated with the utmost care and respect. So when I proposed we pack them out, bring them back, clean them up, and then put them right back where we found them originally, to my surprise, they were very enthusiastic and excited about that. And the moment that was the coolest for me was when we brought it back. And I got to show them, we sat with them and showed them these items, and we had before and after photos and things like this, and to watch them and the reaction in their faces, because they talked about how these things belong to their comrades, many of them no longer with us. These items inspire conversations between them about their time in country and about the individuals who own these items. And that was the coolest moment for me. Honestly, I pictured my father there at the table with all of us, and he would have fit right in and would have loved it. The message I'd like the military community to receive about this from us is that we care. We are genuine and sincere about helping the military community. We know how many sacrifices people have made on behalf of our great country. Some people have families that have lost people, paid the ultimate price for their sacrifice. Every veteran I encounter in the course of engaging in this charitable foundation reminds me of my dad, and for me, it's personal.